Hey, I've owned an electric car for over 7 years now, going on 8, and I used to own pickup trucks and big vans, and even a minivan. I no longer do. I love my lightweight aluminum trailer, and I want to tell you all about why I think this is the greatest combination for me. Welcome to Urban Monk TV. Okay guys, so I'm like you. I used to own pickup trucks. I used to own vans, like 1 ton. I had a Ford Econoline van. Sometime I had a Dodge van. I've owned a Ford F-150, and I've had a minivan too. And I was a family man. I'm still a family man, but when the kids were young, and I've kind of tried it all, and for the last 7.5 years I've owned an electric car. And with gas prices being what they are, especially for me, moving from the Midwest to the West Coast, I really noticed a hit to my wallet in gas prices, and so I bought an electric car, and I love it. But you know, I gotta go to the big box home improvement store and pick up some bulky things once in a while. And I own motorcycles. Well, sometimes you want to put a motorcycle on a trailer and take it somewhere. It's pretty rare for me, but I haul loads once in a while, and I need a way to do that in a volume that's bigger than a car. But I'm pretty honest with myself about how frequently that actually occurs, and I'm also very rational about, well, how much money do I have tied up in the ability to haul a load or not? Because I really like to be smart with my money and make my money, create the most value for me in my life that it possibly can. It's pretty hard to get a hold of this stuff at times, right? And we want to maximize what we get out of every dollar we earn. So going through all of that, being Urban Monk and the way I think, I've ended up with a lightweight aluminum trailer and an electric car, and this is working fantastic for me. I have a video on why this combination makes more sense than owning a pickup truck, and you can see that video here. But this video is just about why this particular lightweight aluminum trailer is, I think, the best one out there for the money and for towing with an electric vehicle. So the first thing a lot of people who either are looking at electric vehicles or who own one are a little concerned with is they tend to be a little smaller. Now we've got Rivians and things like that coming out, but for the most part they have hit the market as smaller sedans. There's a good reason for that, right? Like range and efficiency are a factor of weight and aerodynamics, right? So small, low to the ground, aerodynamic designs that don't have a lot of mass to them, pure physics, you get more range out of every kilowatt of power, right? So we get concerned about how much can this motor pull? Can you tow with these things? Well, okay. Compared to what the big pickup trucks are towing, huge loads in the commercials, right? But do we all really haul that stuff? That's the thing. When I look at what I haul, I've never hauled anything in my life that was more than 1,000 pounds. I mean, I think the biggest, heaviest thing I ever hauled somewhere was a big block Buick engine. You know, the whole long block with the water pump and everything on it still, the heads, everything. That was a hell of a load. I owned a pickup back in those days, but the trailer I own today could have handled that load. It still wasn't a half ton. So I don't haul things as often as we might think we do. And when I do, I'm able to do it with this trailer. This particular trailer, and I have a video on how to build this trailer, because it is an assemble yourself project. It's not that difficult, frankly, with some pretty standard tools. We ask ourselves, can my electric car or vehicle pull a trailer and a load? Yes, it can. If you think about, can I put 4 or 5 grown adults in the car? Well, all right, 150 to 200 pounds per adult added up. The motor can handle pulling this stuff. But check your vehicle's recommendations, from the manufacturer, just to be sure. The other thing is, trailer hitches sometimes are not available for these cars. I found for my Chevy Volt that there was one available, but it required a little bit of a special modification to mount it, and there are no class 1 or class 2 hitches. This is a class 3 hitch. It's pretty lightweight. It's fine. It's heavy enough. But the trailer is made of aluminum, and you can buy these on Amazon or from another online retailer. The weight is such that the trailer itself is a nothing for these motors to pull. The other thing to consider is, while electric vehicles don't have a gasoline-powered engine in there, they actually have a tremendous amount of torque. The thing I like to think of is when you see a freight train go through your town, those engines have for decades and decades, they're going back to the 50s, even the 40s, they've been diesel-electric hybrid, meaning the torque that goes to the wheels on those train engines is actually electric motors providing that torque. So electric motors have no problem providing pulling power and torque. So that's the first thing to know about electric vehicles. Second thing is, you don't want to stress the batteries by having some big heavy trailer like a rental from either the big box retailers or the other rental brands that out there very well. They tend to build those trailers to be very robust because they get abused by a lot of renters, and thus they're steel and they're heavy. This thing is aluminum, super light. You can pick this up and move it around with your finger, like your pinky finger. Not a problem. The other thing too is, if you're trying to roll something up onto a trailer versus a pickup truck, pickup beds are much higher off the ground and require a more steep ramp. For me, a motorcycle owner, putting a motorcycle in the back of a pickup truck has never been very easy for me. I've been doing motorcycle riding for 4 decades. Yeah, easy. I've never had a good experience putting a motorcycle in the back of a pickup truck, especially by myself. But with the low bed height, I'll call it, of this aluminum trailer, getting something up on there is a much easier task. And the other thing I'll talk about is capacity. Grabbed some of these stats online. A short box pickup truck has a capacity of 62.9 cubic feet. A standard box pickup truck, 71.7 cubic feet. Or a long box, 89.1 cubic feet. Well, my trailer, this aluminum trailer, is 4 by 8 feet. Well, this aluminum trailer has little brackets around the perimeter of the bed surface that you can put standard 2x4s and build out sides using plywood, lightweight plywood if you like. Frankly, you can go as high as you'd like with these. If you were to go 3 feet high, then the capacity of the inside, or volume, compared to a pickup truck would be 96 cubic feet. So you can actually get more volume in here. And frankly, you want to go 4 feet high, you could. But there's a lot of times where you don't want the constriction of the sides. I can have nothing on here and put a mattress on there that overlaps the edges, and have done so. And I can't do that with a pickup truck. Like, then I gotta be kind of kittywampus out of it. You can't remove the sides on a pickup truck. With the trailer, they're an option. Put them on or take them off, whatever you'd like to do. Hey, sorry, bit of a throw in here, different shirt. Almost missed one of the most important aspects of this trailer in regards to an electric car and its use with an electric car. And that is the brake lights. The lights and turn signals. The lights on this thing are LED lights. And many electric cars, because range is, the key goal here often, most electric cars have LED lighting systems that use very little power, right? It's all about conserving power for range, distance traveled. And so the electrical systems for the rear lights or the turn signals and brake lights on my electric car are super thin gauge wire, and they're a low amperage circuit. So there's not a lot of power provided to the brake lighting systems here. There isn't a lot of power needed with this particular trailer because of its LED lights. Works fine. If you had a trailer that had regular incandescent bulbs in the brake light package, it wouldn't work as well with an electric car. You would need a much more expensive module that actually provides power to power those incandescent bulbs. With this trailer, I didn't need that. So the other piece to a trailer for an electric car is the tremendous, and I really do mean tremendous, savings to my wallet going this route. I'm not going to talk about that in this video because that's all in this other video, pickup truck versus trailer. I really get into the numbers of what kind of savings I've experienced personally by doing this combination over the trucks and vans that I've owned in the past. So check that video out. But needless to say, all those times I'm not hauling a load and I'm just driving around in my electric car, wow, am I saving on gas and saving real dollars. So that's it for the best trailer for electric vehicles. I think this thing is really the ticket, and I'm so glad I own one. Hey, if you like motorcycling, please check out my book, Creating Mr. Corton. It's about the building of my cafe racer and my experience growing up falling in love with motorcycling. And if you like this channel, please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to become an urban monk. Thanks for watching.